Welcome to another episode of Living in My Mind. I'm Dennis Henning, and I'm the host, and we have a number down here. If you need to, you can reach out to us, and we'll answer any questions, help any way we can. What I want to talk about this show for a little while is dating apps and my own personal experience with dating apps. About 7 years ago, I started going on dating apps. I was working with a gentleman who was an announcer with a professional basketball team, and the team was located in a different state, and we started talking, and he was having a lot of issues. He had fallen in love with a woman that he had met on an escort app. Over a 4-year period, spent almost $600,000 on this woman. And at the same time, he knew that this woman was seeing different basketball players on his team. And so I was just intrigued. We did a lot of work, and, it went where it didn't go and everything. And he didn't want to see a therapist because he thought that, if he saw a therapist, that people did a lot of work, and, it went where it didn't go and everything. And he didn't want to see a therapist because he thought that, if he saw a therapist, that people would know because his insurance would pay. He went through his 401k. I mean, it's a tragedy for him. But he fell in love with someone who didn't care. And she was honest. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to see who I want to see. But when he spent time with her, she made him feel like he was the most important person in the world. And he always thought, because according to him, he wasn't attractive, he was a heavyset man, that she was doing him a favor. So I was intrigued. So I started going on sites. And I was like, damn, this is interesting. This is fun. You get straight to the point. You don't have to learn anything. It's not about paying someone for sex or anything. It's paying someone to leave, basically. And it's really not about paying for sex. It's paying for someone's time, paying for someone to treat you the way that you hope you could find someone in an organic relationship. That started my spiral downhill when it comes to dating, when it comes to self-belief, when it comes to low self-esteem and being angry at myself. I can basically state without any missing numbers, in the last 7 years, I spent close to almost $700,000. A lot of that was with one person I met. A tremendous amount of that was over 4 years, but that was my choice. And then you get to the point when you go on apps, you don't know what the truth is. I've been bamboozled many times. I've had people write what I want to hear, say what I want to say, into the same sexual things I want. Fantasies are great, all this stuff. Send them money, and then boom, they're gone. But that's the thing you have to understand. If you're going to do this, you're going to come across that. And I've learned that I don't believe what anybody says. Now, if we have a conversation on the phone, you meet in person, that's a whole different story. A lot of times these things stay online because a lot of the people out there will say, well, I don't want to meet right now. I'll send you pictures. I'll send you videos. Well, first of all, you don't know if it's them. You have no idea what the hell it is. It got so bad in my life that I used to tell people, okay, you're going to have to buy a newspaper. Show me the date while you're doing what I ask you to do. And there's nothing wrong if a woman wants to do it or a man wants to do it, because there are men out there that want men. There are women out there that want women and men, blah, 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 whatever you want. But the dating sites, Tinder, is amazing because if you go on there and you look, you know that a lot of the people on there, especially because I look for the women and look at the women, they're not real. Many of them have a certain look and they don't even have a bio. And they have pictures that aren't real. AI has created a lot of these. I myself have gone on, met a couple, and then all of a sudden, another thing is someone wants you to deal with insurance, crypto, buy gold. Everybody has a purpose. I'm one of those people tell you exactly what I want, and that's it. We can have it. Not, it's okay. But there's a lot of scams on these sites. Bumble's another one. These escort sites that are professional escorts, many of the girls don't even know what an escort is. Many of the girls think it's cool. Someone wants to pay them. They want to buy a purse. They want to go on a trip. They want to do these things, that things. And the reality is many of them undercut what their value is. If you're giving that up, you should get what you can. But then again, it's so diluted with so many women out there, anybody will do it. Look at porn. People think that porn, look at all these porn. So what's a porn star nowadays? Social media women are doing porn. OnlyFans is doing porn. I met someone the other day in person, talking to the person, blah, blah, blah. She asked me, what do you do? And I told her, and so she said, if you'd like to learn more about me, just go to OnlyFans. I said, well, I don't really go to OnlyFans, and I wouldn't go to OnlyFans to pay to learn more about you. She goes, well, if you want to go on a date, that's how you have to do it. And I said, I don't really know much about OnlyFans, but you're not worth my time. And the person wasn't. Because, again, her value is OnlyFans. And it's all about the fantasy for many men and women. It's about feeling cared for, loved, feeling sexy. They're going to call you the words you've always wanted to be called. They're going to tell you the things they want to do to you. You have to be careful. There's so many scams. And the reality is a lot of these sites try to help those people that do scams. You can report someone. You can say whatever you want. You can say the reasons why you deleted a conversation or the reasons why you wanted to turn somebody in or whatever, that you report somebody. But when you go on these sites, everybody has an agenda. So you need to be smart about it. You need to really be paying attention to who you're dealing with and make sure you get proof that that person exists. And God, don't send money. I'm the idiot. I've done it because I didn't care. The money, I'll go make the money. I'll do it. That's my money to do what I want. I'm not mad if the person scam me. I think it's great. If you scammed me, God fucking bless you. You were good. Because I know how demented my mind is and what I like. But then again, there are a lot of people who aren't. There are people who live check to check. There are people who deal with sex addiction like I've done. There are people who are active in their sex addiction. They'll spend all their money on a site, on a cam site, on OnlyFans, go to strip clubs, whatever you want to do. But when it affects you, when it affects your family, affects your wife, affects your husband, affects your kids, affects your job, man, you're in a bad place. That's where the mental health game is really important, to pay attention to your mental health. Don't get so caught up on these apps because, again, you don't know what the truth is. You don't know who you're dealing with. I have no idea who I'm dealing with. And I've met some amazing women on those sites, but I always made sure I met them in person. And then we talked about things. I'm never just going to give you something because you tell me. That just doesn't work. And there's always signs to look for, and you know the person is either a liar, not the real person. Hell, I've had some where found out it was a guy on the other end scamming everybody. Had a conversation with him once. Somehow we had a conversation. He's like, I apologize, blah, blah, blah. I've been doing this. I was like, God damn, guy, you're good. But here's the thing. You're using women's pictures. Sooner or later, someone might know that, and it might be a woman you don't know, and something's going to happen. So when people tell you automatically, when you say, hey, let's get off the app and let's text, and they want to go to WhatsApp, WhatsApp is another way of hiding. It's kind of like Ashley Madison, this new, documentary on all that craziness. Well, everybody volunteered to do it. I don't think anybody was forced with Ashley Madison. It allowed you to cheat. And I want to say it didn't allow you to cheat. If you were a cheater, you're going to cheat. It didn't give you permission. It just made it easier. But also, if you talk to people and you talk to them on the phone, make sure if you're going to meet them in a public place. Let them pick a place that they're comfortable with. Always make the other person comfortable. And make sure that you're meeting that person, not somebody else. Another thing is, when you communicate, ask them things that you want to know about them. If they sidestep it, recently in my past, there was a young lady communicating. And I said, look, I don't like to be on the app. Let's do texting. So she sent a WhatsApp. I said, look, and if we can talk in the next 24 hours, then I'll know this is real. And I don't want to waste your time or mine because I don't really look at WhatsApp a lot. I can text. And she's like, it'll take me 3 to 4 months to get to know you before. And I said, well, first of all, it's impersonal to be texting all the time. You can say whatever you want, think about whatever you want, do whatever you want. No one knows the truth. And so those are pitfalls that I've come across. When you ask someone to send you a picture, I don't say send me nudes, send me videos. I have, and that's not an issue, but I want to see what you look like. I want to make sure you're the person that's in the video or you're the person who's on the app, because a lot of times someone will send you a picture, it's not even close. And look at their pictures and look at what they like and what they want and see how realistic it is. You see so many people, there's one called Hinge. Hinge is interesting as hell because you can hit an X and it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. You have to be the one reaching out and the girl has to or woman has to respond. And I love when people get offended. It's kind of like, you're on an app. I don't know what you're there for. I read one the other day because I'm on Hinge and I think it's hilarious. The girl said she's looking to make money to buy a purse and a trip to Europe for the summer. She had the amount and everything, and the bottom sign, it says, I just need to fuck. How many people are going to respond to that? How many men are going to give her money? How many men are going to do this? How many people are like, wow, that's all? I could have her. No, that's not how it works. A lot of the people put up fake stories. They put up fake biographies. They tell people what they want. All I'm saying is it's just something that we have to take a look at. I know in my life, because there were times when I was really bad off, it depressed me. I felt bad. Then when I met people, and then I realized later on in life, my God, the only one who's going to be with me is someone if I pay them. Then I got feeling low self-esteem. Felt like I was worthless, that no one's going to love me. And it has skewered my ability to meet people and have a conversation, because in the past, I always go to, well, what do you want? What can I do for you? How can I help you financially? And that to me was how you took care of somebody. That's not how it works. Now, if you're in a relationship, has nothing to do with apps or escorts, and you want to do it, that's fine. But it really skewered me and gave me a very difficult time of meeting people that weren't on apps, meeting people that weren't escorts, meeting women that really liked me for liking me. It's like I said, the person I was with for 4 years or a little longer, I met her on an app, an escort app. And you never know, because you can fall in love with someone you can care, but there's always that one little thing in the back. It's kind of like when people cheat. I listened to a show the other day, and this wife accused him of cheating. Come to find out that she had cheated with her boss 3 years ago, and he actually said, look, I'm getting even. Do you think that's healthy? Nothing's healthy in that relationship. All she could say was she apologized, and how dare you to hurt me. It was an interesting conversation. I thought we were past this. There's always that little devil in the back of your head that's never forget how you met someone. So be careful on apps is all I'm saying. Use them however you want. But always know and be cautious that person on the other end, whether they're telling the truth, telling you what, take a look at what you really want and need, and really go slow with it. Don't spend all your money. Don't get caught up in it. Another way is when you have someone that's so adamant that they need money from you. I've had so many people, I need $50 to pay for my car. I need $20 to pay for eat. Really? Really? That makes no sense. You got pictures, beautiful clothes, all these different things. It's amazing. If you don't love me, baby, you won't send me $20. First of all, I'm not your baby. And second of all, no. I'll send fucking, mass murder on fucking jail more money than I would you. Those are things to look for, because then they want you to feel guilty. I had one girl tell me that her cousin had died. I said, okay. I said, you need help? She said, yes. I said, I need you to take a picture of the death certificate and take a picture from the funeral. I would never do that. I said, well, until you can do it. Man, she sent me more negative things in the world. You don't care? Well, I don't know. Here's my buddy. Look who it is. He's going to be on an app with me. It's called Beautiful as Ever. But the reality is, okay, we don't need your ass in my face again. The reality is these apps do a lot for wonderful people, and they help people, and you meet people. There's some good to it. But be aware that there's a lot of negative things. Don't get caught up in it. Don't let it skew your view of yourself, your view of sex. Because remember, when you're with someone and you're paying, you're actually paying them for what you want. And there are girls that I've been with to say, here's what I want. If you can't do it, I understand. If you're into it, great. And you're going to meet people that are into what you're into, and you can have a blast with, because many people go on sites to find people like them. But be careful about what you're doing with your money, how it's affecting your mental health. Because for years, I was just defeated because I thought, they're going to like me if I give them something. Hopefully, I'm going to meet someone that's going to like me for who I am and love me for who I am. Who knows? I don't know. God does. And believe me, that fucker ain't helping me anymore right now. Sorry, Jesus, but you deserve it. Anyhow, I just wanted to put this out there. Think a little bit about it. Be smart about it. Text me, call me. Tell me the things you've been through. Let's share our stories. Maybe we can help each other and we can help others. This is Dennis Henning. Thank you for listening. I hope you've had a beautiful day. And my God, don't go on those apps I mentioned.